Hi everyone! After last video, many of you have asked me how to install and how to compile a document locally on your computer. And in this video, we're going to do exactly that. I'm going to show you all the steps, which are very simple. Install Typist, then create a document, and then compile it locally. So I'm going to show you all the steps on a Mac computer, but you can still follow along if you're using Windows or Linux, because the steps are exactly the same. And by the end of today's video, you are going to be able to just start writing your report, paper, CV, or whatever you want to use Typist for. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do in order to install Typist is to go on their official GitHub repository, where we can find the instruction on how to install it either on a Windows computer, a Linux computer, or a Mac computer. Here I've just did a Google search, but I'm going to be putting this repository link in the video description. So here we can find the command, which is to install it on a Mac, the system where I'm currently recording this video, which is brew install Typist. But you might wonder, what is Brew? Brew is a package manager for Mac and is very easy to install. So if you don't have it already installed, you can just again do another Google search and you can say Brew, and this should be the first link that appears, and you just have to run this command into your terminal to install Brew. It's very useful actually to have Brew installed on your Mac, because then you can install many other packages very easily. But without wasting time, we can go to the terminal here. We can just clear the terminal. And again, just to check that you have Brew installed, you can just type Brew, and here you can see that all the commands. So in order to install Typist, we just do brew install Typist, and this is going to install Typist on my computer. I have it already installed, so as you can see, it just tells me that it's up to date and installed. And it's important to note that I'm working with version 0.13.1 of Typist, which means that it's not like a major version because it's not version 1, but it's also very promising because hopefully they're going to be releasing new changes and we're going to be able to use them and we're going to have new functionalities. If you are, on the other end, a Windows user or a Linux user, you can just follow this instruction. So with Windows, you can install it with winget install --id typist.typist. Or if you have Rust installed on your computer, which you can install Rust in any of the operative systems, you can also use this command here. So now that you have Typist installed, let's create our first project. Technically, we could do it also with the terminal, and here we could just create a repository, but many of you may not be familiar with that, so why don't we just open a Finder. So here I'm inside my Finder. You can see Macintosh user, my username, desktop, and here we have the desktop, and we can just simply right click and create a new folder. And we're going to call it Typist, and then inside here we're actually going to create another folder just to keep our document like organized. So we can just double click here. So we can call it Introduction, and then inside here we don't have to have all these nested documents. We don't have to have all these nested folders, but it's just to keep the project organized, and we're going to create a file inside here. So now that we have created our directories, I'm going to be using again the terminal. You don't have to use the terminal to do this, and I can say cd desktop, and then let me just increase it, and then we have called our repository Typist, and then introduction, and then we're going to say touch, and we're going to call this main.typ. Okay, so this is very important that the file has this extension. However, the name of the file, so this main, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it document 1 as well. Doesn't really matter. So let's call it document. And as you can see, now we have this file inside here. I'm going to be opening this file here with another application, which in this case is going to be PyCharm, because it's my preferred editor to edit code files. But you can use any editor that you want. That it doesn't matter. So that has opened PyCharm, and we can see that we have our document.typ, which is in the desktop, Typist introduction and document. We could also create a project, but let's keep it simple at the moment. And since we have already the terminal open here, we are going to be start compiling the document in a second, but first let's add some content. So we know that in Typist from last video, we can say introduction, and this is heading 1, and I have GitHub Copilot already installed, so this is going to just propose some text, so I'm going to be accepting, and then I'm going to add, like, let's say a subsection, which is features, and then let's add a little bit of text, just because we want to compile something, we want to compile a bit of a document. And here in the terminal, which you could also run inside PyCharm, but I'm just using the normal Mac terminal, just if you don't have PyCharm installed on your computer. Inside here, we can say typist compile, and then we can say document. If I press this, typist is going to compile the document. And if I go back here to the same folder where I was, and I open this PDF with any PDF viewer, we can see that we have our document already compiled. The annoying thing of this compile command is that we have to compile the document every time. And this is like similar, that will be similar to LaTeX. So here we can add another example, easy to use. But as you can see, even if I save the file on the left, the file on the right does not get updated. So what we need to do is to go back to the terminal here, and we can say typist, instead of say compile, we can say what, and then we can say document, and then typ. In this case, we have like a session open, and if we go back to the viewer, we can actually see that now easy to use is there. So let me zoom in a little bit more, and if I want to add customizable, see how amazing it is. It's super and blazing fast. I just type something on the left, and this gets reflected on the right. So let me just copy a bit of boilerplate like code to just show you very quickly how we can change the document. As you can see, we have copied some text, but is not appearing on the right. And that's why, because we are getting an error here. So let me actually decrease a bit and bring up just the PDF here at the top. And let me bring the terminal here at the bottom. And we can see that we are actually getting an error. And here is telling us what is the error, okay? So here we just have to add a space. And this is the beauty of Typist, in my opinion. First of all, it's very easy to spot an error compared with LaTeX, but also it's blazingly fast, so you just get the error straight away, and you just have to, you just see where it is. It actually tells you very well and exactly where the error is generated, so it's very easy to fix. So again, we can keep changing the document, and we can say add another section, and so forth. And as you can see now, you can start writing a document, but this is the beauty of Typist. Very easy to get started, much easier than LaTeX, very easy to compile the document and to work with it. If you decide to use VS Code, or if you decide to use PyCharm, as I'm using at the moment, I would suggest you to install a couple of plugins. So I did a bit of a search, a Google search, and I'm recording the video in March 2025. So if you are using VS Code, apparently you can use TinyMist, and this allows you to just compile your document inside. It doesn't allow you to compile the document, it just provides like a type annotation and a bit of help when you're compiling the document. Otherwise, if you're using PyCharm, like me, you can use this Kvasir plugin. And as you can see here, it has syntax highlighting, instant preview, and compilation error display, and theme-aware preview. So of course, you could just run the whole Typist document inside PyCharm, but in this specific example, I want to show you how to do it with the terminal, because some of you would just want to follow along and don't have PyCharm. So, and this is the typing annotation that I'm referring to. You can see the math equation, you can see the section. It's much easier, because if you just open it with the text editor, and let me actually show you very quickly that as well. So you can open this document here, and you can open it with here, even text edit. And you can change the document, and this will be like if you type Federico and you press save, as you can see, where is the document here. So you can see that now there is my name. So that's fine. I mean, you can also do it inside over there, but there is no kind of syntax highlight, and it's much harder to follow along. And also the editor doesn't have the terminal inside. So once you are done, you can basically just stop the terminal, and then eventually you will have just your document compiled. So here we can press Ctrl+C, and the document will no longer compile because you have just stopped the terminal. Of course, if you decide to go back, you can just type the same Typist Watch document, and then you can start working again on the document, and you can just say Federico Tartarini, which is my surname, and this is going to be added to your document. So if you're curious to try Typist, but you don't want to install it on your computer, which I've seen is very simple, but if you don't want to do that, I completely understand, because you maybe just want to give it a go. So you can use their online free tool. As you can see here, this Typist is for free, and you can create and edit projects, and you have up to 200 megabytes of storage. So you can click here on sign up, and I will actually do it here in front of you. I will just fill in this information, and then I will show you how it works, because I don't want to show you my password. So now I've created an account, and you can see that I can just click on empty document, and let's call it document example, and then let's call it YouTube, and then I can just click on create, and I can just basically copy the same code that I had locally on my computer. So I can just go here, and let me just copy this one in the online editor, and we should have the document compiled on the right. However, I think it's always better to do it locally, because it's faster, and also locally it's much easier to edit the figures. So here I will have to just upload the figure here in the files here, and just then compile the document. Locally, I think is much easier, because you just edit the figure, is in the same folder, and then it gets updated inside your project. But if you just want to give it a try, why don't you use the online tool to see if that works for you? And then you can download the document here, and as you can see here, we have the document example, which you can find it in download folder. And there you have it. Now you know how you can compile a Typist document either on your computer or using their online tool. If you find this useful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. This channel is also not supported, so I would really appreciate if you could consider, and if you have the means, to support this channel by joining here with a YouTube membership, or on Patreon, or buy me a coffee. More information down in the description below. And also, it's very good if you subscribe to this channel, because I'm planning to release other videos on Typist syntax, how to add figures, how to add a bibliography, and also how to write a full CV, or a full report, or a full scientific paper. So hopefully you will follow along with me in this journey, where I explain how to use Typist. If on the other hand, this video sparks your interest on LaTeX or on similar topics, like for instance, how to create a website using Markdown, I'm sure I have the right videos for you, because I have many videos on LaTeX, and I have also other videos on how to improve your writing skill and migrate from old tools like Word or Google Docs, which sometimes are not the best tool for some of the modern workflow that we need to do these days. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope I will see you in the next video.